Gonna get stuff lined up. Hello, everybody. Hi. Hopefully everybody can hear me A-okay. So we are going to get started with this Real Talk. All right. So if you've never attended something like Real Talk, what this is I'll be doing readings when it comes to people. And you'll notice it on the side, or I believe maybe at the bottom, there's a chat bar. So if you have any questions, by all means, go ahead and ask with that chat bar. And then I'll be go ahead and relaying some messages. Now, why I like doing this is because it makes people sometimes look at things from a different perspective, usually from a healing perspective. And so that's why I really enjoy doing these Real Talks. So that way, you know, because some of the same problems that people have, other people have. And so, and I am a life coach. So that also kind of ties into the mix here a little bit. And that's why I really like to do these. It's, you know, one, so everybody else can learn. But two, it's going to help kind of everybody involved. So that's why I really enjoy doing these. So like I said, thanks for attending and thanks for coming. I really appreciate it. Okay, I'm just going to kind of get started. These are going kind of fast. Okay, so should I take this job in the city? Pays a lot, but I won't be near my twins. Julie, it depends on how old the kids are. They're a little bit older, so, you know, I'll tell you, you don't live life for kids. And I know that sounds awful, but grandkids, yes. But when those kids are, your job as a parent is to raise those kids to be self-sufficient. Your job is to make sure that they can take care of themselves in the real world after the age of 18, 19 when they leave the house. So the biggest thing I'm going to tell you is don't follow them if they don't want you to. So, but I would tell you, you've got to start living your life for you. And so as far as I'm concerned, you should take that job in the city. One, because it's going to pay more, but number two, it's a new adventure and it's time for you to have a new adventure. So that would be my best advice to you on that one, is go ahead and take the job. Jackie is asking if I'm in the right relationship and doing right by my son. I would tell you that if you are in the right relationship, you wouldn't even be asking that question. So that makes me wonder what's going on within the relationship. Is it miscommunication? Is it mistrust? What's going on within the relationship that you would even ask that question in the first place? So because somebody who's in a very positive relationship would never question if they're in the wrong relationship, especially when it comes to kids. So I'm married. He's got a child. I have 2 children, but that's never been a question that's been brought up. So I'm like, I married him because he's a good man and he's a good figure as far as my children are concerned too. So that's why I'm like, you wouldn't be questioning it if you were with the right person. And like I said, then we have to start looking at what are the reasons what are the red flags getting thrown off. So, Michelle's asking, when will I see some momentum in my business? Michelle, you got to wait till J&J, which is January. So you got to wait till January, but I want to make sure that you are advertising your business. A lot of times people are just like, open up their doors and like, oh, everybody's going to come. I'm like, no, they won't. No, they won't. That's not being real. Being real is hustling, advertising, door to door if you have to. Do what you need to do to get your business up and running. So, and what I always tell people is that first 3 years, it's grind. It's grind. You don't really pay yourself, you grind. After the 3rd, 4th, 5th year, you should be able to start paying yourself. So, and if you're not, then there's a red flag within the business if you're not able to make those ends meet. So, but the biggest thing I can tell you is gotta grind, gotta grind. But it should start getting better in January after the 4th of July. Denise, yes, go to Illinois. Jackie, you got to wait a little bit longer for the whole pregnancy thing. So the timing's a little off on you. This one's like September, October is the better bet. So just kind of hang in there and have fun in the meantime. Gwen, what am I doing? What do I need to do to expand my Reiki business? I would tell you, Gwen, hustle. but number two, do all the expos. You know, really get to know your community, get to know your metaphysical people, get to know, you know, go into metaphysical shops, go into meditation groups, yoga studios. You've got to self-promote. You've got to be willing to say, I'm a Reiki master. Here's what I can do. And here's what I can do for you. Here's my card. Let me know if I can do anything for you. And a lot of times people don't like to sell themselves. And right here, I'm one of them, because it used to be pretty uncomfortable for me, but over time it's gotten easier for me. It really has. So that's the best thing I can tell you is just make sure that you're making those connections, making those personal connections. So, so I'm just looking here. Question from, okay, I can't read that one too fast. Jerry's asking if her daughter will be okay. Yes, but she's not quite grown up yet. So you got to wait just a little bit longer. So, I mean, she'll be fine. She'll be safe. It's not like she's going to be hurt, but she's got some more lessons that she needs to learn here. Valerie is asking, will my brother find love? Your brother's picky. So, and I'll tell you what, I'm glad your brother's picky. Hang on one second. My dog is on the counter and there's food. So yeah, turd. Okay. So I didn't put my food away. So, okay. All right. Carrie is asking if she'll get the job that she applied for. Yes, you will, but it's going to be delayed a month. So you'll get it. Just hang in there. Wendy's asking, where your special needs kiddo have quality of life? Yes. The biggest thing is make sure, and I know this sounds, a lot of moms that have special needs kids don't think that their kids need jobs. And I'm like, actually, that makes them very fulfilled. They get happy that they get to go to a job. So make sure that they're somewhat able to do a job. I know that when I owned a landscape business, I would hire special needs kids to water my greenhouse because it was always hot and dry and they could never really overwater. So as long as somebody would kind of monitor them just a little bit, but I always hired special needs kids to water and they loved it. They had something to look forward to. So the biggest thing is make sure that they have a job of some sort so they have something to look forward to, because that's really what life's all about, is that you have to have some sort of purpose. And special needs kids' purpose is to provide us with unconditional love. They teach us unconditional love better than anybody else ever will. But he's already fulfilling that job. So I'm just talking about a physical job. Okay. Yes, Tiffany, your furlough is going to end, but you got to wait until mid-June. Why do I keep getting weird signs? Because you're probably not doing things in your real life that you need to be fixing. So, because like I said, weird sign, everybody sees weird signs. If you're enlightened, you're going to see the 111, 333, the ear ringing, the head itchy. You're going to be thinking about something and there it shows up. That's part of enlightenment. That's just becoming more intuitive in yourself. The problem is people see all the signs, but they don't change themselves. So you've got to learn how to not only do spiritual development, but personal development too. They go hand in hand. You can't just do all this spiritual development and be the spiritual person and have a shitty personal life. It doesn't work that way. It just doesn't. They go hand in hand. You have to be willing to let go of negative family members or friends once in a while. So, and you've got to be willing to let go of that crappy job and that crappy marriage and that crap. So, but a lot of people like that comfort and they're scared to death to be alone. They care what people think. So you just have to get to a point where you don't care anymore. So, and that honestly just takes time and practice. Just practice. Let's see. Life insurance beneficiaries to the way they were shown. Yes, Robin, your dad did. He stands by that. So yes. Yes. Oh my gosh, these guys are coming so fast. Let's see here. I saw you 2 years ago. We talked twin flame. Now we're both awake in state. It's scary. Oh no, it ain't scary. Please, it's not scary. When people get scared, when people have fear, it's because they have no control. People fear what they cannot control, or people fear what they don't know. Two things. That's it. So I'm going to tell you, you're just trying to control it. Relinquish control. Go with it, sister. There's nothing to be scared of. Nothing at all. So I'm like, go with it. Have fun along the way. Mary, will you find love? But yes, not till the fall. Let's see here. Wow, these are so hard. Okay. Sarah, anything to do with in service to others. So that's like anything in a hospital, anything in a clinic, anything in a school would be great. So Cheryl, will I gain a better career? You will, but you got to, the timing's a little off on that. So August, September's better. In the meantime, brush up the resume and start thinking about where, like what you really want to do. So not what you're good at, what you want to do. So Cassandra, yes, you are an empath. Jackie, do you see my family and I'm moving anytime soon? Ooh, you got a little long. It's long on that one. So that's usually like over a year. So in the meantime, what I would tell you, save up your money and get the house ready to sell in the meantime, because I'm sure there's lots of things that you got to do. So background AZ, when do you think I'm able to start building, Tig? You're not too far off. You're not too far off. If you play your cards right, you should be able to start probably November, December. So if you play your cards right, you're pretty close. So Julie, what's causing my hair to thin? Double check the thyroid. It's either the it's thyroid or hormonal with you. It's thyroid or hormonal. And I'll tell you what, thyroids are tricky because you can get a test and they're like, oh, it's totally fine. And then you go in for a test, they're like, Jesus, you don't even have a thyroid working. So thyroids are tricky. And the test that they do sucks. So keep going in there. It could be an autoimmune response too. That's hard to tell. I kind of need to see you because I'm a medical intuitive, but I need to see somebody's face and then I'm able to tell them what's up. So, Rachel, do I have psychic abilities? Yes, you do. Will your senior graduate, Lindsay? Yes, but by the skin of his ass. But yeah. So, Jen, no, you don't have any changes really at work. I mean, there is, but nothing that's really going to involve you. It's more policy procedure crap. Hang on, one stuck up my dog. Get down. No. Oh, my husband picked up Dawn and Millie's. Yeah, my dog is like a scavenger. Wait. Wendy, that would be your grandpa that leaves you coins. Saw a black feather, white, black and white today. That black is always about change or transition, not death, but it's always about change or transition. So Erica's also asking if you have psychic abilities. And let me be very clear. Let me make this very simple. Let me make this real easy. If you're seeing 1111, 333, 777, 999, if you're seeing those numbers replicating within one day or within a few days of each other, yes, you're psychic. Yes, you're psychic. So everybody has psychic intuition. Everybody's got a little bit of it. I'm just the weirdo that has all 5 abilities. Everybody's got one. Everybody's got at least one. So just like sense, just like seeing and hearing and tasting. So we have psychic abilities that are outside of that too. So that's, I'm like, if you're seeing the 11s, the 3s, the 4s, the 7s, the 8s, the replicating numbers all in one day, I'm going to tell you, you are it. Yes, you're psychic. Yes, you're psychic. And there's a lot of people that are now. So thank goodness. So because being intuitive is normal and natural. Being unenlightened is not. So that's, I'm like, I'm normal. It's the unenlightened ones that ain't. So let's see. Who called my name this morning? Carrie, that would be your spirit guides. So that's why when you heard it, it startled you, but it didn't scare you because it sounded familiar. That's your spirit guides that do that. That means that tell me that your clairaudient or your ability to hear spirit is getting revved up. So I want you guys to join me on Tuesday. Next Tuesday, I'm going to be talking about psychic abilities. So I'll be talking all about that stuff, the 5 psychic senses. Anna, not a whole lot of changes coming your way, really. You're really stuck on that personal development. So that's on my, you got to work on that. Jennifer, who has me smelling smoke? That would be your dad's side. So it'd be your dad's dad that's doing, actually it could be your dad's mom. So whichever one of those two was the smoker in the family. So Angela, what are you meant to do for a career? I would say anything in a clinic with you. The reason why I'm like doing that, because career is one thing, life purpose is another. So that's why I'm like going. And right now you're trying to combine those two into one. I'm like, you can't. You need to have the day job where you enjoy it and you eat and you could pay the bills. And then we have the evening where we work on the life purpose. So right now you got to keep those separated. You can't jumble those together. Emily, you guys have a pretty good chance of getting pregnant this year. Yes. So, is a soldier in your dreams a spirit guide, JC? That would be yes, it is. So, you have 3 spirit guides, and the one that's helping you with your spiritual connection is the soldier. So, you were with him in a previous life too. So, no surprise. Okay. This is so hard. Okay. These are going too fast. Dang it. Okay. Discouraged, want to give up. No, Kelly, hang in there with the adoption. Hang in there with the adoption. Nope. Just hang in there. I know it's frustrating, but God's trying to find you the right fit, and you're getting denied because those kids are going to be going back home and you can't handle that. So be patient. The reason why you're getting denied, there's a bigger reason back behind it. You're getting protected. So, who is playing with your garage door? Actually, it's kind of a resident ghost. You got one that floats around between you and 2 other houses. So, because I don't think that was a loved one. That doesn't feel like a loved one to me. That's a lot colder. So, how do you decide to answer questions to? I'm just looking, and if I can freaking read it, that'd be great. Because I got over 230 people right here. My daughter having a boy or a girl? Boy. Man, this is so hard to read. There's got to be a way that I can put this down. Aaron, everything's cool. Don't sweat it. So don't sweat that one at all. Your pregnancy is going to go A-okay. So you're going to go a little early too. Oh my gosh, guys. Chopper mom career change. Yes, please. So, and it's not that your job is bad. It's the people around you that are negative, that are bringing you down. That's when I'm like, I don't like it. I don't like that. So, think about my husband. I can't read that. Damn it. Serendipity's asking, will I marry again? Yep, but not for 5.5 years. So, well, that's good because we got to find the right person, right? So, Carly's asking, will she get into a relationship? Yes, but I want to make sure that you're not self-sabotaging this time. So the biggest thing is, like I said, just make sure that you're not bringing old habits into new relationships. And I want the guy who's willing to chase you. So you should not have to chase down a man. So, no. Oh my gosh, guys, I wish I could read these. These are really fast. Veronica, your sister, pay attention to songs on the radio when it comes to your sister. She does that a lot with you. And you're like, oh, that reminds me of my sister. I'm like, that's called a sign. That's called a sign. Pay attention to that stuff. So pay attention to that stuff. Miss Megan's self-published book, it will do well, but you got to promote the hell out of it. So self-publishing is great because you get 80% of that profit, but you got to promote and promote and promote. So it's tedious. So my next book that I'm working on now, I already have a publishing company reach out and they're like, we want to publish you. And I'm like, but now that I've looked into it and I've self-published 2 books, I'll publish the next one. So Anna, you need to work on learning how to meditate. So meditate. Everybody always wants to be all like medium and learn these psychic abilities, but they're not willing to learn how to meditate. I'm like, you got to learn how to meditate, point blank. So, and a lot of times people are like, I want you to personally teach me. I'm like, do you meditate? And they're like, oh gosh, no, I can't do that. My brain doesn't shut down. I'm like, then you ain't ready. You ain't ready. My gosh, guys. Knee hip pain for over 2 years. I'm going to tell you what, if you have knee and hip pain, that means to tell me you know damn well what you need to do to change, and you're being a chicken shit. You don't want to do it. So, and that's what that is. If it's your right knee, it's because you know that you need to change up your job, change up your relationship, or do something along those lines, and you're too scared to do it. If it's your left knee or your left side, that means to tell me that you're very creative, but you don't practice that creativity, or that you're really intuitive and you don't work on your spiritual side of things. So, Angela, your dad's doing awesome. Pay attention to pennies. What are those? And hawks, big hawks. So, because they'll like dive bomb your car or get right in front of your face or your car. So pay attention to the hawks, because he does that. Oh my gosh, guys. Friend Melissa passed away. Why did they pass away at such a young age? Because she fulfilled her purpose. Simple. Everybody's always like, oh my gosh, the good die young. I'm like, well, they kind of do. So they're only here for a brief moment as to teach people, and then they leave when everything is taught. So that's how I'm like going, but those are the best type of people. I mean, really. So, because they're always joyful. They live life balls to the walls the way that they want to. It's pretty good. So, and that's why I'm like, when they leave, it really hurts, because they were great people. So, let's see. What is the floral smell that no one else smells? Jerry, I'll tell you, usually the floral scents are going to be more angelic. Either that, or they're going to be associated with a loved one, like a grandma or a mother. So if it's not any one of those, or an aunt, if it's not any one of those, and that's not coming to mind when you smell that, usually that's angelic. So whenever angels come by, you get the high-pitched ringing in the ears, and you do smell floral. Sometimes it's rose, sometimes it's gardenia, sometimes it's jasmine. I've smelled all three. So, and I can't associate that with anyone in my family. So if it's lilac, I know that's my grandma. But other than that, no, that's almost always angels. Veronica, yes, your business will succeed. The biggest thing I want you to do is make sure that you're marketing and advertising correctly. And then make sure that how do I explain this one? Delegate. You think that you need to do it all. No, you don't. No, I've learned how to delegate, and my life is a lot happier because I've learned how to delegate. So, will my daughter find a good partner? Yes, but not for a bit yet. June. Pursue business or stay at job? We got a crossroads at 34, 35. So if you're that age, then I'll say yes. So, but if you're younger than that, then no. So, these are going so fast. Will I become a mom? Jasmine, you will. Got to be patient on that one, though. That one's kind of tricky. But yes. Are my son and daughter together in heaven? Oh, rest assured. Absolutely, yes. Yeah, they always are. So that's all. Like, heaven is just returning home. That's all it is. Being here is hell. So that's all. Like, this is like when you die, you like wake up from a dream. So this is the dream. So that's why I always tell people, I'm like, live life the way that you want to, because when you die, that's what matters. So, Reagan, your dad, anything about your dad? I know that you smell him when he comes by. I think him and this other female. So I think that's his mother, like to come by and visit you, especially about 3 a.m. Now, 3 a.m. is really important, people. If you wake up at that time, pay attention, just don't think of anything. Just be, because what happens is a lot of times your loved ones will come in and they'll be like, hey, And you're like, holy crap, I saw them, I heard them, I smelled them. So 3 o'clock in the morning is you're meditating. You're not thinking of anything. And if you're not thinking of anything, you're really tapped in. And that really is the best time to ask God or spirit guides or your loved ones for a sign. You're going to get one. Not right then and there, because that would freak you the hell out. So they'll do it the next day, things like that. When will I get a promotion at your job, Taylor? Not for a little bit yet. That's like September. Tiffany's asking if she'll get married again. Yep, but not for a while. My grandma's sorry for anything she did in life. Allie. Whew. Yep. So, yep. That's what I'm like going, people, the way you treat people in this world, you get to deal, that's karma. You get to deal with that in heaven. So you hurt somebody in this life and you don't really deal with it. You have to deal with that over there. So, which is not easy to do. So, let's see here. Let me see if there is a way. I know that's like bullshit. Okay. So everybody's asking what my life purpose is. Here's the deal with this one. I'm going to tell you what. I won't do that. And I won't tell you what your past lives are either. And there's a big reason why. You want to know why? Because number one, no one should affect your free will so much that you go, oh my God, I'm going to be a shaman. And then you spend 3 years becoming the shaman only to realize that the person who told you that you were was wrong, because you did some self-discovery and realized that that was wrong. Number two, I don't do past lives. And the reason why is because there's no evidence in it. I could make anything up and you would believe it. You would believe it. Same with your spirit guides' names. I could make anything up and you'd be like, oh yeah, my spirit guide's name is Ted because Kelly said so. I'm like, I'm telling you, no, you learn how to do that yourself. My job is to teach you how to have your own spiritual connection between you, God, angels, and spirit guides and your loved ones. That's my job. My job is not to give you the answer. My job is to give you the tools so you can find the answer within yourself. So, okay. Yes, Brandy will commit to you. Patience, Crystal. She's been hurt. Why do my elbows hurt? Because most likely, Marissa, if that's the case, if your elbows hurt, that means it tells me that you're really in a stiff relationship. So your love life is very constricted and very stiff. Usually that's what elbows represent. Or you have a parent who's very strict and stiff. Oldest son with the right relationship? Yeah, for now. Wait. Lori, message from your daughter. Pay attention to, well, she really likes purple butterflies, but she says just butterflies. And then the left ear, especially if it itches or it feels like there's pressure in your left ear, because that's your daughter doing that. Mandy, your grandson's going to be okay. Just be there for him. So the best that you can without interference. That's hard. So, gosh. Who's turning on my mom's TV randomly? Maddie, that would be her father. That's up to. So that's her father, her dad. So, and her dad would have never talked to a medium like me. Woohoo. My grandpa hides something for me. No. Nope. I hate this. Whenever I do readings, the top of my head gets really itchy and my nose gets itchy. Sorry, guys. These are going really fast. I'm going to have to figure out a different format in doing this. Jackie, the reason why you have PCOS is because your dad is a workaholic and he wasn't there to hug you when you really needed it. So you work on forgiving your dad for not really being there for you. Then you have the PCOS issue will go away. Debbie, your niece is okay for now. Is it safe to reopen your business? You know what? I think it is. So I know that we're waiting for the governor because we don't want to get any backlash with people that are fear-based and crazy right now. But like I said, I think it's totally fine. So I really think that once it starts getting hot outside, you're not going to hear a peep about it. So, because the UV light kills it and so does heat. So I'm like, let's close down the pools in the national parks. So, okay. This is so hard, guys. Marie, the smell of smoke that you're smelling is your grandpa. The one that was the farmer, the suspenders. Oh my gosh. Messages from your mom, Rochelle. You know, it's been a long time since you've been happy. She wants you happy. So stop self-sacrificing for everybody else. That's enough. So just make sure it's more even energy exchange, would you? So can't seem to hear my guides. You know what? That's okay. If you can't hear your guides, work on the sense that you know the most. If you're a feeler, work on feeling your guides, work on seeing your guides, and then eventually the hearing will come in. So Joan, the Cardinals, that would be female on your mom's side. So it's either your mom or your mom's mom. So it's either mom or mom's mom. Joyce, you are going to be moving actually sooner than later. So sooner than later. Oh my gosh. Will I ever forgive my late husband, Jean? It's as simple as a thought. Yes. And I'll tell you, to help forgive, because forgive is a big deal. It's a big deal. So what I want you to do is forgive him by looking at how he was raised, especially by his mother. And then you will see that he never worked on that issue or that trauma, and as a result became who he was. So forgive him by looking at how he was raised, okay? So, but at the same time, don't take it personal. That was his issue. So, because if you hold on to that resentment, that's where cancer comes from. That's where cancer comes from, is resentment. Holding on to resentment with a sibling, a husband, a mother, or a father. So, why is my dad visiting me? Why not? Why not? Usually, actually, our family loved ones will come in when we're having troubles trying to figure out decisions or make decisions, things like that. So that's usually when they try to chime in, is when we're feeling very at a crossroads or that we're having some trouble in our life, like drama or big decisions. Like I said, usually that's when they come by. Somebody's ringing my doorbell. So when will I find the one for me, Beth? 1.5, year and a half. Oh, so, all right. Who is leaving me coins? God, I just saw that one very quickly. Amy, who's leaving me coins? That would be your grandpa. So that would be your grandpa, the one that collected all the pennies. That's him. So I just saw something about teenager bedwetting. If it's a boy, that means to tell me that their dad is extremely overbearing. So, and I'm sorry, as a mother, it's your job to protect your son from somebody who's very overbearing like that. So that really is. So that's what I'm like going, that means to tell me that a male within the household is over the top strict, over the top overbearing, ridiculous. So, oh my gosh. My son in my dream last night, yes, he was. You finally got good rests that he was able to show up. Worried about my middle son, Courtney. It depends. You know what? Here's the deal, is that if he's having emotional distress, I'm going to tell you that it's because dad isn't around. So that's going to be the biggest issue, is because dad's just simply put not around. So, hang on 1 second. I cannot do this fast enough. Ah! Damn it. So, all right. So let's see here. Hang on 1 second. There we go. Had to hide some spam. Okay. Big changes coming way in my life. Grace, yes, there is, but you need to decide to do it. So everybody always wants life to come to them. And I'm like, be active, go to it, get some goals, get some dreams, get a vision board, know what it is that you want. Know what it is that you want. So I'm sorry, I have to delete somebody because they're just like totally spamming my shit right now. So subscribe to 60 Gaming. I'm like, get the frick off my page because you're pissing me off when I'm trying to read stuff. Okay. Is my mom that passed happy with me? Well, she don't have any complaints, so that's good. Yes, she's happy with you. Promotion coming your way? Yes, it is. Melissa Ann, will you meet your soulmate? Yes. So I think that you've learned of lessons now at this point to realize that you don't want to date the bipolar, the alcoholic, the narcissist, and stuff like that. So what's causing the alopecia on my eyebrows? Natalie, that ain't only your eyebrows. You got other stuff. That's that's your thyroid. Double check thyroid, and you have really low vitamin B as in boy. So I'm like, ooh, that's a big one. That's a big one. Get that shit checked out. So could also be autoimmune too. Most likely it's going to be thyroid. So, and if your thyroid is off, ladies, it's because you ain't speaking your truth. You're not saying no. You keep saying yes, and then you get pissed off at the other person for them not recognizing you. I'm like, so stop doing it for them. Say no. I keep seeing fives. Fives are all about change. Fives are like, if you ain't going to change it up, we're going to change it for you. Get ready. So, Crystal's asking any messages from Jesse. Pay attention to the music. They ride with you in the car a lot. So I think you're seeing things up at the corner of your eye and you're not recognizing it. It's him. Oh my gosh. What causes autoimmune? High stress. High stress. So I'm going to tell you, don't stress. So if you have, if you're healthy at this point and you got a place to live, you're doing pretty damn good than a lot of other people. Always see fours. Fours are all about angels. All about angels. So, oh man, all these are going so fast. Is Kim Jong-un dead? I can't say no to that. I can't say no to that. I really can't say no to that. Ooh, that's interesting. That's a good question. So, should I send my 7-year-old to public school next year? 7, that would be yes. That is okay. That is okay. Yep, she can handle it. So you're the one that can't handle it. She can. So, gosh. Whitney's asking what you should do for a job. Anything with kids, actually. I'm hoping that you're around kids or with kids. So like daycare, something along those lines. But yeah, anything to do with kids or, like I said, helping within like hospital stuff. Rachel's asking if she should change jobs. I'm going to tell you, wait until August on that one. So not quite yet. It's not time. So, Chris is saying that somebody's saying that they see 314 or something like that. That's usually representation of a birthday. So Jen, that's usually at somebody's birthday. So I don't know if it's a loved one that had a birthday on that day or if it's your birthday. If it's your birthday, usually that's just a sign from spirit to let you know that you're really tapped in. So I don't know if I should get into Reiki or light work. Lori, yeah, you're the healer. Why not? So why not? Yep, I would. So the world needs more healers. So especially the healers are the worst people to take care of themselves. Lindsay's asking, when will I find the one? Not for a little bit yet, about a year and a half. Ugh, got a year and a half yet. So I want you to find an empath, okay? So like I said, if you find an empath, the worst thing that's going to happen is that you won't be able to decide on where the hell you want to go eat. So there you go. Ooh, 314 is pi. Ooh, that's true. Stephanie, I'm going to tell you what, you're saying something about those transitional shifts, and there's been a lot lately to kind of rattle our cage a little bit. The biggest thing I'm going to tell you is for you need to take a time out. And so when I see people taking a time out, that's literally like kind of unplugging for about 3 days and really thinking about things and talking to yourself out loud, not just in your head, out loud. Because if you talk to yourself out loud, it slows the brain down so you can really start figuring stuff out. All righty. Teresa, should you stay in this marriage? Nope. I'm surprised you're still in it. So I'm like, that's actually pretty good because January was your kind of crossroads that things are going to start getting harder. They're not going to get easier for you. So, and am I an intuitive empath or healer? An intuitive empath is a healer. They're the same thing, Veronica. So an intuitive empath and a healer go hand in hand. They're the same thing for me. Same. So, and I'll tell you, the intuitive empaths or the empaths of the world make the best healers. So they make damn good healers. So if you're an empath, you're a healer. You're a healer. So always seeing 111. She died on 11/11. Yes, that would be her. That is a sign from her then. That has nothing to do with your necessarily spiritual awakening. That would be a sign. Yep. Kelly's asking about a promotion time frame. Oh, you got October. So hang in there. So it's like they got to shift some other stuff around first. So it's not you. Don't take it personal. So, baby this year, Alexandra. Yep, you're good to go. I can't read these. Well, my next love still come in June. Yes, either that or it's a crossroads, meaning that you'll meet this person but not recognize it, and then you meet him again and meet him again and meet him again. Then you're like, oh, let's date. So, need messages from loved ones. Well, you got to be specific, because otherwise there's like a lot of people around me now. So, messages from friend Darla, Brianne. I like your friend. She's fun. It's so funny. I want to say beer tabs. So, you know, when you take the beer tabs off and flick them. So just pay attention to those. And then pay attention. I don't know why purple keeps coming in my head. So it's something to do with the color purple. So, why am I always angry with my mom? It's because you're trying to control your mom to get her to do what you want her to do. Because it's all about control. Anger is always about control because people aren't doing what you want them to do. And I'm like, they have free will. They can do what the hell they want. Your job is to not respond that way. Deborah, should I not be married? I'm like, well, if you're going to ask me that, then I'm going to say, yeah, you shouldn't be married. Let's see here. Debbie's asking, any messages from Caden? Yes. What did I just see? I'll bring that back. I don't know if he was big in Nebraska football or not, but something to do with Nebraska football or the red letter N. And then something to do with they're doing this. Okay, so if you're sitting there and you're watching TV and then out of nowhere you kind of think about him, or especially in the car you're driving and you think about him out of nowhere, it's because he sat down next to you. And I don't think you're paying attention to when Caden's coming in. So like I said, if you think about him randomly, not random, not random, not random. Oh my gosh, guys, this is so hard. Like I said, I'm going to tell you, if you look into Reiki. If you've never had Reiki done or healing energy work done, get it done. Get it done to yourself, because if it's meant for you to do it, it's going to light you up like the 4th of July. So I would tell you, even if you question the fact that you might be a healer, go get some healing energy work done, because if it's really meant to be, you're going to love it. Absolutely love it. Okay. Messages from nephew Mike. I'm assuming this was a suicide. I'm assuming that, because he just really, he's sad, and he's just talking about the emotional control that he did not have. So, and just saying that he's all good now. So he was really emotionally this way, and he's just like, I'm okay now. Like, she just needs to stop worrying about me if I'm okay. So he's like, I'm good. Mother-in-law Kathy. Oh yeah, she's good. She's a sweet soul. I like her. She's an easygoing chick. So she comes around her son a lot, and her other child. There's actually 2 other children. So she comes around them a lot. So absolutely. This is so hard to read. Okay. Yeah, every time I just barely read it, it just goes off my screen. Stepdaughter sell her house soon, Terry? Yes. But I tell her she needs to sage it first. Saging gets rid of any residual icky energy, and it opens it up to basically like love and light. So anybody that walks in is going to feel good in the house. So I would tell her that she needs to sage it, because the energy's funky. Yes, Carol, next love's coming in June. Well, Lisa passing. Chris, will I be moving soon? Actually, yes, you will be. Yeah, you will be. So Chris, start looking about where you want to move and stuff like that, because you're not too far off. So usually when I see that, that's like end of May going into June. So should we move home, Whitney? Oh, you could. Actually, you're one of the few that I would say, yeah, you could if you wanted to, Whitney. So yeah, you sure could. So oh my gosh. I can't read these. They're just going too fast. That's like, we're going to have to figure out something else, because this is just not, I have so many people on here with this chat bar, and it's going so quick. I'm like, I'm hoping it'll slow down, and it doesn't. Maybe this year, 2021. Yep. Lindsay, yes to that. Later in the year, though. So later in the year. Oh my gosh. How about anything from my dad, Maddie? Your dad comes by a lot. Holy moly. He comes by a lot with you. So there's a couple things. Number one, make sure that you're doing a job that you enjoy going to. It's like he taught you a good work ethic, but he wants you to pick the right job. So pain and the panic attacks will go away. It's totally normal when you first start to go through a spiritual awakening to have panic attacks and anxiety. Totally normal. Your job is to divert your eyes. Just like, look at the red truck with the person driving in it. Oh, and look at the tires. Oh, look at the next car. If you're doing that, it slows the brain down and it gets your breathing at least back into a rhythm. But when you're panic attacking like that, you need to start talking. You need to talk to yourself in a repetitious, slow voice, so that way everything's a-okay. Anything from my sister, Sarah Ann? Well, that's another one with music. Pay attention to music. So certain songs on the radio and music. And she does do things, she's kind of ornery, so she does things with electricity or electronics within the house. So pay attention to the weird electronic stuff. Tracy, signs from your dad. He also does electronic stuff and stuff with your car. So I don't know if your like car is weird, like, you know, you get in your car and your windshield wipers are going, or just weird stuff like that. He kind of monkeys a little bit with stuff. He's kind of ornery. So he does have the tendency to go in and monkey. Yes, these are going so fast. I can't even read them. I can't read them. How long until we adopt our 6-month-old girl? About a year, a little under a year, 9 months. When will I meet my soulmate, Terry? It's actually later this summer. You have a good chance of, like I said, again, meeting this person and then meeting them and then meeting them and then you're going. So, la 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 la. Oh my gosh, guys. All I'm seeing is that mom, dad, grandma, mom, dad. I'm like, oh, I can't read the whole thing because they're going so fast. Oh my goodness. Any messages on the godmother? Anna, just pay attention to smells with your grandma always does things with smells with you. So, yeah, it smells. So anywhere from food to her house. Chopper is asking, will my migraines ever get under control? Yeah, when you relinquish control and perfectionism. So you want, I bet if I go into somebody with a migraine, anybody who suffers from migraines, I bet if I go into your house and open up your pantry, everything is labeled perfectly. Everything has its spot. Everything is perfect. So it's the perfectionism that is what gives you headaches. So relinquish control, relinquish the perfectionism. The dishes can wait. You don't have to stay up till 4 a.m. to clean your entire house. It can wait. It can wait. So, that's the biggest advice I can give you, because I used to have migraines too. I used to be a perfectionist and control freak. And once I let go of that, I never had any more problems. So, but that's the emotion behind it. Alicia, one of your family members took grandpa's coins. So I don't know if that is a niece or a nephew, but it's somebody like that. Jasmine, go ahead and sign the contract. You're good to go. Go ahead and sign the contract. So the biggest thing is we never sign a contract in Mercury retrograde. And I think Mercury retrograde is not till the end of June going into July next. So we're A-okay for that. You're good. Who is the blackbird that's been hanging around? I'm going to tell you what, Kelly, look that one up. Because I don't think that blackbirds aren't usually sent from spirit, at least loved ones, excuse me. But they are sent from spirit. So I would tell you, look up the spiritual meaning behind the blackbird or the grackle or whatever they are. So like I said, look that one up, because that has something to do, that's linked with your real life. So that's absolutely linked. So make sure that you're looking that one up. Veronica, your sister is fabulous. Actually really good. So, okay. Leanne's asking, when will I meet my soulmate? You're about, you got a test. I'll tell you what, you got a test coming up. You pass the test, then the soulmate comes. So, and when I mean pass the test, that means to tell me that God's going to send you somebody, or spirit's going to send you somebody just like the one that you had, but it's a little bit better. So, but it's still not the one for you. So that's all I'm going. Just the biggest thing is, I'm going to tell you what, if it's a soulmate relationship, you won't recognize it. Because if you meet somebody, you're like, oh my God, that's the one, that's my soulmate. I'm going to tell you what, that is lust. That is not love. And it rarely works out. Rarely works out. It's like 1% chance that you meet somebody sight and sight, and then that's your soulmate. So that's a rare bird. It really is. It's a rare bird. And that's how I'm like going, usually when you meet a soulmate, you don't recognize it at first. You don't. So you're like, okay, you're nice. And then you're just off doing something else. And then they keep following you around. So that's what a soulmate is. La, 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 la. Yes, Whitney, your husband should definitely apply for that different job. Will Brothers clothing line take off? Alicia, promote it like hell. Promote it like hell. So like I said, this is one of those that social media and promote it. Pictures are good. Pictures speak. So make sure that you're doing lots of pictures on social media and provide them with links and just say, this is what it is. This is how much it is. Click buy. So that's what you need to be doing, because everything right now is online. Nothing is, shop anymore. I think mom and pop shops are going to be harder and harder to come around. So, I'm going to just do a few more, guys, because one, my voice is going to shit, and two, I can't read anything anyway. It's going too fast. Natalie, you move out of the house in about a year. So next spring looks pretty promising. Oh my gosh. Should I keep furthering my career? Jen or Jennifer, for you, it's valid. Yes. Yeah, for you, it's valid. Sometimes I tell people it's not valid. Yours is valid. So yeah, I would tell you do it. Shannon, I will tell you, really look at what's missing in your relationship. And if that other person is willing to change a little bit about themselves and you're willing to change a little bit about yourselves, then it's going to be a good relationship. But if this person is stubborn and you're willing to change, it's not going to work out. So, but speak your truth. Speak your truth with what you need in the relationship, not what they're doing wrong. You do it with I feel, I need, I think. That's how you get it. But you can't say you need to, especially to somebody like me. I'm an indigo. You don't tell me what to do. So, okay. And I think I'm going to, Melissa Ann's asking who is in my home. Like I said, I think that might be, sometimes we have floaters. And what I call floaters are like people that live in like the Florence area, or like Fremont has lots of floaters too. And it's usually like a ghost that died but doesn't know that they're dead. So sometimes that's it. Other times, like I said, you are going to see family members, especially out of the corner of your eye. So remember, just because somebody shows up gray, dark, and gritty doesn't mean that they're evil or demonic. Not at all. So it's just hard for them to show up sometimes. So, okay, guys. I'm going to quit for today. I'm going to have to see if we can do this platform a little bit different next time, because I can't, like I said, I could barely read the chat bar and I want to be able to help you guys, but I'm like, oh crap, I can't even read. Jasmine, the October wedding is on. It's on, sister. So, like I said, I want to thank everybody again for watching. Like I said, we're going to have to change up this format a little bit. Maybe we'll have to like do some like, I don't know, different way of doing it. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I gotta think about it. So, but I want to thank everybody for attending. And I try to answer as many questions as I could, at least what I could see. But next, so Sunday, I'm going to be selling a bunch of crystals under $20 that are a little bit different and unique, maybe some that you haven't even heard of. And then on Tuesday, I'll be talking all about psychic abilities. So check those two out. I'm going to take a bit of a break for about a week, and then I'll be back on doing more free videos and good stuff. So, all right, guys, want to thank everybody again for attending. And like I said, we're going to have to figure out a different platform because this chat bar is crazy. So crazy. But all right, guys, thank you so much. God bless you. Have a wonderful weekend. This weekend is supposed to be a good weekend. If you get the chance to go outside, go outside. All right, guys. All right, take care. God bless. Thanks again for watching, guys. You take care. Bye.